What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought I would share with you guys my experience getting my wisdom teeth taken out. I know this is not the typical video that you guys would get from YouTubers that are posting their experience with their wisdom teeth. Usually you'll have the really funny videos when they come out afterwards, after getting them taken out, and like when they're all kind of drugged and just laughing and making jokes and all that kind of stuff. I didn't vlog that. I didn't feel like it. It was a very stressful experience for me, so I just didn't want to have to add an extra stress of being like, I have to vlog this, I have to remember to vlog. I do have pictures, however, so I will insert a few of them later on. But yeah, let's get right into it. The reason why I'm making this video is for other people who are extremely stressed, just like I was, about getting them taken out. And when I say I was extremely stressed, I mean I was very, very stressed. I postponed this for 6 years. 6 years. I was told that I needed to get them taken out when I was 16. I am now 22, and that is when I just got them out. It was just very, very scary for me, so I thought I would share my experience, and hopefully this can help anyone who's kind of going through the same stress that I was before getting them removed. All right, so let's get right into it. I guess this is kind of like a story time, so let's get right into it. So first off, if I have one tip that I can suggest for you guys is ask for your appointment to be as early as possible in the morning. What that does is that you don't have time to think about it throughout the day. So for me, it was just so easy. It was at 8:15, so I woke up around 7, took a shower, got dressed, and we were out the door to go. Also, I wasn't allowed to eat before. I needed to not eat 6 hours before my surgery. So for me, it was just very important that it was super early, because if it would have been around 10, then I would have been probably starving by then, plus I would have been stressed, and it wouldn't have been good. So if you're very, very stressed, ask for a very early appointment. Now, for me, I was very, very lucky. I had a consultation because the person taking my wisdom teeth out was not my dentist. It was another, I guess, dentist, surgeon. I'm not too sure what the correct term is. So I had to do a consultation. The moment that I called for the consultation, it took 1 month before I could get it. So literally 4 weeks before I could have that consultation. So for me, in my head, I was telling myself, it's gonna be probably the same amount of time before I get to actually get them removed. But after my consultation, I was able to get an appointment within 6 days after the consultation, which to me was the best option. I did not want to wait, because I know that I would have constantly been thinking about it, and knowing how stressed I was, I just needed to get it over with since I was already in it. So I was already in the beat of like, yes, this is what is going on, this is what is happening, so it has to be done now. So when she offered me the 8:15 slot the Thursday after, I was like, yes, I'm taking it. Like, I need to take it. So I took that appointment. Alex was not working that day, so he was able to bring me in, pick me up, no problem. I was very stressed before going. I was kind of shaking in the car. I wasn't crying, but I could feel tears in my eyes just from the stress, and I had like my stomach just didn't feel good. Like I didn't feel like I was gonna throw up, but I just really did not feel good at all. And so when I got there, I once again was shaky, like very, very shaky. And when they came in, I just started like kind of panicking. I was so stressed, so freaking stressed. I just wasn't sure about the procedure. I just didn't know, like, how is it gonna go? Like, what are they gonna do? Like, what is the feeling of being sedated? I think that's the term. I was so scared of experiencing all of those things. I've never had to go to the hospital. I've never broken a bone. I've been like hospital free my entire life. So for me, this was like one of the biggest things happening for me ever. And I know some people will think like, you're so dramatic, and that's fine. I was, and that's fine. I know that I'm like that, so it's not a big deal for me. Sorry if I'm in a different spot. My camera, well, my memory card was full, so I just had to delete a few clips. Anyways, what I was saying is, yes, I'm dramatic, and it is what it is. I'm okay with that, and I just know that I'm like that when it comes to things like this, like even a blood test or like a vaccine. Just, I can't. Or like even going to the dentist to get a cavity fixed. No, I've always hated it. I'm just not good with anything medical. I hate it, absolutely hate it. But honestly, like I said, having the appointment at 8:15 helped so much. So I got there, and my surgeon was so nice to me. Like he made me feel super comfortable. I wasn't too stressed around him, and he was very calm. Like when he would talk, he was very calm and very sure of himself. Like he wasn't like, I didn't feel like he didn't care about my feelings. He made my feelings feel valid, which helped a lot. I didn't feel like I was being stupid because I'm 22 and being stressed the heck out to get my wisdom teeth removed. He was great. Honestly, he was great. And so I go in, and then they have me like disinfect my mouth, obviously, because you're not wearing a mask. So I take my mask off, disinfect my mouth, and then they put the little thing in my hand. I don't know how it's called. Super small needle, which I was kind of scared or like just stressed about because I don't like needles at all. It didn't hurt, and also he did need to leave it in my hand because that's like all of the drugs he was giving me. It's not even drugs, it's just like medicine. Like honestly, he said it was a mix of like 4 different medicine, but like to me it's just like, for me to pass out that fast, like there's something going on. Like he was drugging me like hard. Anyways, whatever, that's just the term I'm using right now. So he puts it in my hands, puts a little tape over it, and then starts injecting the medicine to put me under. So it literally took 15 seconds, and at that point I was very stressed. I was shaking still, and then I had started crying just a bit, like not big cries, but just like tears were falling out of my eyes. And so he had given me a tissue, so I was like wiping my face off, obviously, and then he had put the needle in my hand, and literally within 15 seconds I felt myself just like relax. And I don't know how to explain this feeling. It's kind of like when you're in a pool alone. You're in a pool alone, or like you're in a pool, yes, alone, but there's a lot of noise outside. And then you decide that you're just gonna lay down and put your ears under the water. And then all of a sudden you just don't hear anything, and you just feel so relaxed. That's how I felt. And then I asked him, like, how fast does this work? He's like, it takes about 30 seconds usually. Like it's not slow, like it's pretty quick. So I'm like, okay. And then he keeps putting them in, and I just felt more and more relaxed, which honestly helped so much, because I thought I would freak out because of the effect that the medicine was having on me. I thought I was gonna freak out so bad that I was gonna hate it. Turned out like I really didn't mind it. I loved it actually. Like it was an automatic relaxer for me. I just started sort of dozing off. And one of the last things I remember is asking the assistant, like, can I throw like the tissue out? So she's like, yeah. She brought me a garbage can. I threw the tissue out, and he put a little, like, is it a monitor? Is that what it's called? Like he put a thing on my finger, and then you could hear like my heartbeat going, and then I dozed off. And honestly, it felt so peaceful. I honestly couldn't hear anything. It felt like I was sleeping. I know he said like when you're sedated, you're not sleeping, but I couldn't hear anything. It was like I was sleeping. I did know that I was still there. I could feel it. Sometimes I could feel them like putting pressure in my mouth. It never hurt. It never hurt. But it kind of just brought me back to reality, being like, okay, like I'm not at my house sleeping in my bed, like I'm still here. And like I was very like, I knew that this is where I was. And then I do remember him being like, I'm done, like how are you? And like, how was it? And, like obviously you can't talk, right? So I just sort of looked, I don't know if I looked at him, but I was just like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, that was kind of funny, honestly. Like just like he must have looked at me and be like, oh yeah, she's like fully gone. She doesn't even know what she's doing. It did take a bit before I woke up, but Alex said he didn't really wait that long because they did call him 5 minutes before they were done. And so when I woke up, the assistant was there, and she was very, very nice with me. She's like, just let me know whenever you're ready to stand up, and when you are, I'll have you sit down. We'll change your little cotton things that they put in your mouth, and then you'll be good to go. And so I did have a bit of trouble standing up the first time, so I did like lean my entire weight on her. Poor lady. I was like, my legs, I just couldn't feel them. They were kind of numb, and then when I stood up, I was fine. Like, it's like the blood circulation went all the way down to my legs, and I was fine. She changed my things. I went out. Alex was waiting for me, and honestly, can I just say, the people who are like doing videos where they're like laughing and they look like, not like stupid, but like they're doing stupid shit, you know, like that's what's funny about it. I just don't get it. Like, are you guys exaggerating? Because honestly, I was just tired, and like, obviously that first 3 hours of that day after getting my wisdom teeth removed is very blurry to me, but I do remember like Alex being there, being like, hey, are you okay, bringing me to the elevator. I don't remember stepping into the elevator and bringing us down out of the building. I do remember stepping out of the building because the 2 cotton things that she put in my mouth were like choking me, but I didn't know if I was actually like choking, or like, I didn't know if I was choking or if I was just stupid, you know, because like my entire mouth was frozen, or like this side was frozen and then this top was frozen, because I only got 3 wisdom teeth removed, so like 1 bottom one and 2 top ones, because the bottom one Jesus, can I even talk? The bottom one on this side is just non-existent, so I only had 3 to get taken out. And so I was kind of choking, but I didn't know if I was just frozen and not knowing how to breathe anymore. But like she had just changed them, and I took my mask off and I had to take them out. When we got to the car, I had to put 2 new ones in, because I don't know, the way they were in, I felt like I was gagging, and I did not like that at all. So yeah, and then the car ride back, Alex stopped to get me ice cream. Okay, this is another thing, guys. Get a lot of ice cream. Especially for the first 48 hours, you will be sore. Very, very sore. And even like the painkillers, they do a really good job, but like you can still kind of feel it, and just putting ice on the outside is not the best option. Like, it freezes the outside of your mouth, but the place that is actually hurting is on the inside of your mouth. So when you're eating ice cream, it like really helped me. Like, I loved it. I got ice cream and I was like over the moon. I loved it so much. I did buy a lot of soup, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna be eating a lot of soup, but I wasn't able to eat hot food for the first 24 hours. I had to eat it after 24 hours, which was fine. And then also like chicken noodle soup, like canned chicken noodle soup, that's what we got. The chicken in it, I couldn't eat it. The second day and the third day, I had like a hard time eating it. I don't know, I just couldn't chew it. It was too hard. So definitely suggest, like, get a lot of like yogurt, applesauce, ice cream, get some frozen fruit to make smoothies with. I know a lot of people make smoothies. I personally don't like smoothies, but I have a friend who got his wisdom teeth taken out just a few days before me, and that's what he was eating the entire time. So yeah, I would definitely recommend, like, do have soup aside. Like, definitely get some soup, because it's the easiest thing to eat after the first 24 hours. But for the first 24 hours, like, get a lot of cold food. And even for like the next like 72 hours, like, honestly, it's just not comfortable like in your mouth. So like, to have cold food, especially ice cream, to just eat, it just cools down your mouth and it kind of freezes it, and it makes it feel better. I did get bruises on this side, just on the bottom. I didn't get any on the top. I don't know if anybody has gotten bruises on the top, but I got some just on the bottom here. Also, if you guys are able to talk, which I was after the first like 2-3 hours, like I wasn't even talking with like a lisp or anything. I was talking perfectly normal. Like, Alex couldn't tell. Like, he was like, oh, like, if I wasn't looking at your face right now, I wouldn't be able to tell that you just got them taken out. Like, you're talking normally. Just because you are able to talk normally does not mean that you should. I learned that the hard way. I didn't talk too much the first day, but I still did. And then on the second day, I literally talked for an hour on FaceTime with my cousin, and that was the worst decision I've ever made. Afterwards, I was in so much pain. And then that's when I got the bruising. The next morning, I got bruises on my chin. and like my face was like swollen twice the size that it was before. Also, I don't know, did I already mention this, but the bottom teeth are the ones that hurt the most. The top ones I really didn't have a problem with, but the bottom ones were hell. I hated having the bottom one here taken out. It just hurts so much whenever I wanted to like talk or if I wanted to eat. I was actually able to start eating a few days earlier than I thought I would be able to, just because I was able to chew on this side of my mouth. Also, all of your teeth are very, very sensitive afterwards. So it's not just like where your wounds are, it's literally my teeth, like all of my side teeth were super, super sensitive. So that was something that was not planned. And then let me see which date we are. I think we are the 31st. And so I got my wisdom teeth taken out on the 13th. So it's been 2 weeks and a half approximately. And I still, sometimes when I yawn, I can feel like a sort of pressure on this side of my mouth. So like I'm healed. I can eat food normally. Like I have no problem, nothing at all. But when I yawn, I can still feel it on this side that I feel like it's still healing. Oh, just give me a second. My cat is meowing at the door. Hi. Come on in. Come on. Yeah, come on. Come on in. Oh, I just opened the door for him and he stepped out. Anyways, I'm trying to not make this video too long for you guys, but I'm also trying to remember like every single detail that I really wanted to talk to you guys about. So yeah, the bottom teeth hurt the most. Beware of that. I'm very grateful that I only had one bottom teeth that had to be taken out because the other one is not there. That did help me to start eating food a lot earlier than I thought I would be able to. Make sure you have cold food. Also, take your pain meds and take your antibiotics and take your like medicine that they give you. I had mouthwash that I had to take. I know some people have like the little I don't know if it's like a syringe or something like that, but they put like medicine in it and they have to like put it in the holes of their wounds. I didn't have to do that. I just had to use the mouthwash. That mouthwash that I had to use literally destroyed my taste buds. I could not taste food at all. I wanted to make spaghetti sauce one of the days and I couldn't taste it. I had to have Alex taste it for me and tell me if it was good or not because I could not taste it. I couldn't taste anything in my mouth, so that really sucked, but it was fine. The dentist, I asked my dentist and I asked the surgeon who did the surgery on me, how much time is recovery? And both of them said 2 to 3 days. I stayed home for 5 days, including the day that I got them removed. I was supposed to have 4 days, but the 5th day I was supposed to go back into work and I was feeling like absolute shit. I was tired, I felt nauseous, and I really overall just did not feel good, and my mouth still kind of hurt and I had to still put some ice on it. So I did end up staying home 5 days. So I would suggest, just keep in mind, everybody heals differently, but for me, 5 days was what I needed. And then my assistant manager also got her wisdom teeth taken out the day before me. She needed 5 days also. And then I don't know about my friend who got them taken out like a few days before me. I don't know how many days he needed. But my brother said 5 days. So I would say just take that 5 days off. Or start with 4, and if you need the 5th day, like just take the 5th day because you do need to recover. Like just take the time to let your body recover, because like for me, like when I went back to work, I still had to take some antibiotics and I still had to take some pain meds because my mouth still hurt. And even just taking the antibiotics hurt my stomach so bad. I felt like I was gonna throw up. I really did not feel good, and it wasn't just me. Like my assistant manager felt the same way when she was taking hers, and also just like walking all day around the store and moving boxes around is really not good. For me, it said not to do any physical activity the first 7 to 10 days, and then I did go back into work earlier and I did try to not do too much, but like sometimes you just don't have a choice, right? When you're back at work, I was careful, but still try to avoid doing any physical workout that's more than what you would like do usually. Like even a workout, just don't work out, just sit and chill. You need to let your body recover. It doesn't look like it's such a big deal, but it can be. You just need to let your body recover. I'm trying to see what else I really wanted to say. I do have holes in my mouth. I don't really feel them. I don't feel like they're 100% healed. Like I said, I can still feel a bit of pain or like pressure when I yawn. So I'm thinking it might take another week or so before they're fully healed. My stitches are completely out. They came out within the first 7 days of me having like them removed. I didn't get any infections. Everything went completely fine. Just like follow what your surgeon says that you need to do. Like take your medicine, use your mouthwash, don't eat foods that you're not supposed to, you know, like just listen to what they say. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for my experience. Oh, also with the pain meds and the antibiotics, I felt really off taking them, and I did not feel comfortable driving a car. So just listen to your body, guys. Like, you don't want to get into a vehicle and drive somewhere with those antibiotics in your system if you're not feeling it, because honestly I was just like, I felt kind of dizzy, and I just did not feel safe driving a car myself. So I wouldn't recommend you guys do that if like you don't feel comfortable. If you feel comfortable, like, go for it. But if you don't, just don't do it. Avoid doing that. You know, my face is kind of, well, it's finally back to normal. It did take a bit of time. I'd say at least 7 days before I went back to normal. So like, be patient. I honestly thought my face would never go back to how it was, and it did, thank God. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to put them in the comments down below. I'll be happy to answer you guys' questions. Overall, my experience was great. I knew I was stressed for no reason, but that's just how I am. I knew I would be stressed, and I knew it would be for no reason. So I know myself enough by now to know that I was a bit dramatic, but that's fine. So yeah, if you have any more questions, put them down below in the comments. I'll be happy to answer. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I really hope this can help out someone who is stressed like I was. Hopefully this really helps you out with your own journey if you need to take your, if you need to have your wisdom teeth taken out. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.